Hello, everyone. I'd like to welcome you all to another episode of The Gift of Giving. For those of you tuning in for the first time, this is the program that focuses on nonprofits, 501c3s, and foundations based right here in the state of Nevada. If you're tuning in from out of state, I hope you will stay tuned this week because I think the organization that is being represented here today can be very useful to anybody across the United States of America and indeed throughout the world. Our guest today is Kim Small. She represents an organization called Signs of Hope, and this organization confronts domestic and sexual violence head on, and it's certainly a subject that needs addressing. So I'd like to welcome to the program Kim Small.
Thank you, Stephen.
Chief Executive Officer. Thanks for taking time out of your schedule to be with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So first of all, could you give us a brief overview of the organization and what the mission of Signs of Hope is?
Yes. So Signs of Hope has been offering hope, help, and healing to those affected by sexual assault as well as exploitation, meaning human trafficking. And we've been providing resources and support to victim survivors in the Valley for over 51 years now.
Oh, goodness.
Yes.
That's a long time.
Yes, it is a long time. We have two hotlines. One dedicated for sexual assault, the other for human trafficking. And we have advocates as well as well-trained volunteers that answer the hotline 24/7. We also have case managers to assist our survivors in getting back on their feet and making sure that they have housing and education and employment and whatever resources are necessary in their healing journey. We have counselors as well. We have support groups, as well as prevention education and outreach advocates that will go into the community and educate the community on what to look for, how to respond. And we have trainers that work with a lot of our business owners and properties here in Las Vegas to train their employees on also what to look for and how to respond. In addition, we have advocates that are designated to Prison Rape Elimination Act, and those are the advocates that work with those who are currently incarcerated and have experienced sexual assault while incarcerated.
Oh, boy, that's got to be a tough one too.
It is.
A lot of these things we're going to be talking about a little bit in depth further on, but sounds like you've got a very, very comprehensive and very, very well thought out organization.
We do.
And you're clearly making a huge difference here. When you say Signs of Hope, you should mention that HOPE is an acronym, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and it stands for Healing, Options, Prevention, and Education.
Correct.
And that's basically the thrust of your entire program.
Yeah.
Now, what was the catalyst that made you get involved, Kim? Because
So
you're now CEO.
yes.
And I'm sure you didn't walk in and straight to CEO.
Well, actually, I did.
Oh, you did?
I
Good for
did. January will be my 3rd year anniversary. And I tell everyone, Signs of Hope found me. I moved to Las Vegas about 4 years ago, and I was working for a national nonprofit overseeing the Western region. And my husband and I at the time decided that it was time to make a change. He had an opportunity here in Las Vegas, and we moved here. I actually interviewed for a different position, and I unfortunately did not get that one. But fortunately for me, the one of the interviewers on that panel reached out to me and said, "Hey, you didn't get that, but I got something else for you." And I really think you'll be excited about this opportunity. And so she presented the opportunity to me, and I interviewed, and the rest is history, as they say.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be.
Sometimes life takes you on journeys and paths
Exactly.
you never anticipated going.
And you have to just go with it.
Yes. Now, sexual violence and exploitation is not the taboo subject it once was. And there are many organizations available now dealing with this. To your knowledge, are the numbers increasing or decreasing here in Nevada? Because I know sex trafficking was a huge problem, has been.
It has been, and
And
it
it still
continues
is.
to be, and the
Yes.
numbers are still increasing.
They are
Yes, yes, they
increasing.
are. Unfortunately, there are a number of organizations in the Valley that are really coming alongside of us to do this work, because we can't do everything alone.
No.
And so we're appreciative of the partners
Yeah.
that are providing resources and support to domestic violence victims, sexual assault victims, as well as human trafficking victims as well as survivors.
Yes. When we say the numbers are increasing, do we actually know if they are really increasing per se, or is it just that it's not that at one time people didn't report things like rape or sexual violence,
Right.
it just wasn't reported.
Right.
And now, because it's, as I said, it's not the taboo subject it
Right.
once was, maybe people are coming forward more, and that's why it looks like the numbers better. Is that a possibility?
It
or
is a
that
possibility.
Combination of
It
the two?
is a possibility that people are feeling more supported and more empowered to come forward and tell their story, and not shamed. And we work really hard to just eliminate that shame, that guilt
Sure.
of the rape culture. It's not about what you wear. It's not about who you're with or what you're drinking. When you are sexually assaulted, it is not your fault. And
Yes.
so we work hard to educate the community on understanding that, and really empowering the victims to become survivors and tell their stories. So I believe that we're seeing an increase because people are really coming forward and reporting, and I'm proud of the work that we're doing out in the community, to get bring awareness to this
Sure.
issue and to get our information out there. So when they're ready to come forward, they can come to us, and we will assist them.
Yeah. Well, you've got every right to be proud of what you're accomplishing here. Now, you mentioned when you were discussing the mission, you have case managers. So
Yes.
A lot of these people have individual case managers.
Yes.
And what are the qualifications for case managers, and are you looking for more, and how many do you have?
So our case managers sit on our RISE team, which is our human trafficking team, which we'll talk about.
We're going to be talking about next. That's a nice segue.
Yes, and they have a typical caseload of 15 to 20, which is a lot. Yes.
Yes, that is.
Our goal is to get them, like I said, housed, employed, educated, whatever they want for themselves. We don't put forth a plan. We help create a plan with them, but it is all in their time and what they're ready to welcome into their lives. And so the qualifications is we have all of our volunteers and our staff members go through 50 hours of advocacy training, which we're in we're in it right now. And so they have to be they have to be trained and skilled and patient. And we want our advocates to really meet our survivors and victims where they are and be prepared to provide support to them.
Nice. So when case manager is assigned to an individual, it's not for a specific amount of time, because if I'm hearing you correctly, the needs of some of these victims are more than others, and so they'll stay with them through.
Right. It could go a little longer than others, and again, it's at their pace. But yes, they are assigned to them for a period of time, or for a length of time, and they're there to be really there to be that support for them, that listening ear, someone to bounce ideas off of, someone to brainstorm with.
Yes.
They're there to be that support for them.
Yes. And somebody who understands
exactly
where they're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. And you mentioned the RISE program, and that was going to be my next question.
Yes.
So would you like to fill us in on and educate our viewers on what the RISE program actually does and accomplishes?
So the RISE team is made up of, as I said, case managers. We also have two dynamic directors that oversee this program. It's for human trafficking, both sex trafficking and labor trafficking. We work a lot with Metro, the Vice Department program. don't know what to call it.
That's okay.
We work very closely with Vice,
Yes.
and we do a lot of outreach. We do a lot of training, as I said. So I have a director of outreach who goes out into the community, who works with the casinos, the properties around the valley. And I don't want to say specifically to the Strip, because of course we have casinos all over
Sure.
the valley, and
Yes.
so she does a really amazing job of training the front of the house on what to look for and how to respond to victims of human trafficking. We also have a director that oversees our client services. And so she oversees our case managers. And she's got a lion's share of the responsibility in making sure that her case managers are providing the necessary resources. And so they together work wonderfully to lead that team and do tremendous work during uh, during big events as well as every day. And so for the past 3 years, we've been the lead nonprofit designated by the Southern Nevada Human Trafficking Task Force, which has a number of entities that sit on that task force. We've been designated as the lead nonprofit to lead the work and the outreach during Formula One, as well as the past Super Bowl. We worked, as I said, very closely with Vice, but we also lean on our task force members to support us during that time as well, if they are there to provide emergency shelter, help us answer our hotlines. So we're definitely gearing up for the fall festivities. We've got New Year's Eve coming in, and so we're gearing up for that. But the Rise team, they are a dynamic group of fierce women that really work and hard, and they're dedicated to the work that they do day in and day out.
Nice. It sounds a very, very comprehensive and worthwhile program that, again, is really impacting our community. Please hold that thought. We're going to come back. Please stay with us, folks. We're just going to take a brief sponsorship break, and we'll be right back to discuss some more of the programs that Sides of Hope accomplishes.
Introducing Pacific Coast Capital, your partner in finance. We provide financing for your business. Speed, flexibility, and creativity are the foundation of our service. We'll help you navigate through change and opportunities. Our 90-plus years of experience ensures quick turnaround on loan decisions. Ride the wave to prosperity with us. Ready for new funding? Visit our website today at pacificcoastcap.com.
Welcome back to the program, everyone. And I'd like to welcome back to our program Kim Small, the CEO of Signs of Hope. And we're going to discuss some of the programs that in depth that you have within Signs of Hope. But first of all, I noticed on your website you have a number of sexual assault resources that you partner with and you deal with. Either, I guess, you refer people to them or they refer people to you.
Yes.
Would you care to share with us some of the information that you have on the various resources?
Yes. So as I mentioned, we could not do this work without our partners in the community. And so we do sit on the Southern Nevada Human Trafficking Task Force, which has a number of nonprofits as well as law enforcement and government departments, organizations that support the work we do. In addition, we sit on the Nevada Policy Council for Human Trafficking, as well as the Nevada Coalition to End Domestic and Sexual Violence. And those are a number of organizations that bring together nonprofits that are working towards betterment. And so we rely on those organizations, those government organizations, those law enforcement, as well as nonprofits, to really expand our reach and expand our services. So what we can't do or what we know someone else does better, we do refer out and they do refer to us too. We're the only standalone rape crisis center in the state of Nevada. And so we've been doing this, as I said, for 51 years,
Yes.
and so we're known in the community for what we do. However, there are those that we depend on for shelter, that work with domestic violence individuals, and so we refer out, or those that can provide counseling, more intensive counseling for those who have more mental health issues. We will refer out as well. So we have a number of entities that we work with to do this work. And so we're very proud to list them on our website. And we
Sure.
know that, I always say to funders, when you fund Signs of Hope, you're not just giving money to Signs of Hope, but you're giving money to the organizations that we work with. And this
Yes.
is important to know.
Surely. Um, we live in a tourist community. Obviously, that's where we get our livelihood from,
Right.
tourism. If somebody was visiting from out of state and they happen to get sexually assaulted here in Las Vegas, and somehow they reach out to you, but they've got to go back home to Massachusetts or Florida or wherever within 3 days.
Right.
Do you have a network of organizations, or is there a national network that you can refer them to when they get back home?
Yes. So there is a national organization, RAIN, which you'll see the national hotline numbers on the back of the bathroom stalls in the casinos. We have some of the properties that will put our number out. Either number will get to us. So if you call RAIN and you tell them they're in Las Vegas, they will patch you through to us. If you see our numbers and out, you can call and get directly to us. We'll find out where you're from. And first and foremost, we want to make sure you're safe. So
Yes.
we want to address the situation immediately and make sure that they're getting that they're safe, that they're getting the health care that they need. And then our goal is to get them back to safety, and we'll assist with that. But we want to make sure they're going back to a safe environment. And we also want to make sure that there's support for them when they return home. And so some of our case managers will do their due diligence and researching researching support in their community. We can also reach out to the national number and get information from them as well. Mm-hmm.
Yes, because that was my concern. If they come to you and
Yes.
then they've got a plane to catch back,
And
you
that
can
often
do the
happens.
immediate need, but
Yeah.
long term,
That
they need
happens
the
often.
case management
Right.
treatment that you would offer if they lived here.
Right.
So that's nice that you have support here. Now, I noticed too on your website you have Clark County Child Protective Services.
Yes.
That's a little bit frightening to see that there's a need for child protective services. And
Yeah.
we all know that there is one.
Yeah. So we see kids, unfortunately, of all ages that have suffered abuse, sexual abuse, or have been sex trafficked. And so we have a partnership with CPS. They were actually at our site last night doing a training for our future advocates. They participate in our advocacy university, and they explain what they see and if they have the process and the steps to take to reporting, because we are mandated reporters. But yes, they also sit on the human trafficking task force as well. But unfortunately, we have to get them involved on certain cases, certain incidents, or they refer to us for counseling or case management.
Well, seeing as you mentioned counseling, it's a nice segue into my next question.
Okay.
Also notice that in the counseling, you have crisis appointments and you have individual counseling.
Yes.
And you even have holistic.
We do.
Yoga. So would you like to discuss those a little bit of each of those?
We're very proud of our counseling center. We were given a generous grant by Nevada Women's Philanthropy to start our counseling center. And we have counselors on site, bilingual, as well, that works with our teens. We have our counselor that works with our peer support groups in the evening. So we offer every other Tuesday, or I should say every Tuesday, we offer a support group, one dedicated for all gender, one dedicated for adult women. And that um, it alternates every other Tuesday. But every Tuesday, we also offer yoga to our clients, our volunteers, as well as our staff, because we have to pour into our staff for them to continue to do this work. Every now and again, we'll have someone that will come in and do Reiki for us, as well
nice.
as a sound bath. So we're really looking at mind, body, and spirit of our survivors,
Nice.
and really making sure that they get what they need. We have our therapist who will do triage, crisis counseling for those that are in need, and we have individual counseling as well.
Wow, there's quite a lot of counselling options that you have there. Now, you mentioned you have all gender counselling.
Yes.
Do you have many males that come in who have been sexually assaulted or?
We do, and that's part of breaking down that stereotype, right? That this is only something that happens to women. It is
Yes.
not. We do have males that come in and want services as well.
Yes. I would suspect that the male people that come in, I'd imagine that's an underreported number
Yes.
as well.
Oh gosh, yes, yes.
And the support groups, do you have individual support groups, or is it literally a group of?
It is literally a group.
Okay.
It is a group of survivors, and I mean,
And how
who
often
best? They meet every other. So the all gender will meet on one Tuesday, and then the next Tuesday all female will meet, and it
Gotcha.
just alternates like that.
Okay.
But who better to lean on than those who have gone through what
Yes.
you've gone through
Yes.
and can understand
Yes.
your point of view and where you're coming from.
Now, is it mandated that they attend these support groups?
No, we offer it. It's optional. And sometimes people, and we'll say you can have individual or you can have support groups or both. It's up to the individual and what they want.
And if all of a sudden, if the case manager feels that one of the individuals they're taking care of isn't coming to the support groups or started and suddenly stopped, do they encourage them to come back if they feel that?
Well, they'll definitely check in. They'll check in with
They
them
will.
and to get an understanding of what is happening. It could be a number of reasons why. Maybe they have a job, maybe it's childcare, or maybe they found another support group in our community that they that
Sure.
better meets their needs,
Sure.
and we encourage
Sure.
that. But we'll definitely check in with them.
Okay. We're going to take another
Okay.
brief sponsorship break. Please stay with us, folks. We're going to be right back.
Tariffs, pandemics, rising inflation. The Joshua Dowden team is ready when volatility happens. Markets fluctuate for reasons nobody can control. Don't let the headlines drive your financial plan. The Joshua Dowden team at Priority Wealth Partners has served Summerlin retirees for 3 decades. Our 5-tier risk management strategy matches our strategies with your goals, with plans designed for your assets to be there when you need them. Conveniently located at the heart of downtown Summerlin. Call Joshua Dowden today or visit DowdenFinancialServices.com.
Country roads take me home to the place where I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama. Here comes a triple yodel. Adi-yodelay, the-little-lee-oh, oh-oh-wee.
Welcome back, everyone, and again, welcome back, Kim Small. Thanks for being with us today and taking the time out of your very busy schedule. Now, part of your hope is prevention and education.
Yes.
And you have youth and adult. Would you like to elaborate a little bit on the prevention and the education aspects of your Signs of Hope?
Well, preventing these horrific crimes from happening is our goal, and part of doing and reaching our goal is to educate the community. And we start in schools. We start with preschools. We have programs for kids as young as preschool age on up to high school. And we go into CCSD as well as Clark County School District, as well as charter schools. And we educate them on good touch, bad touch, healthy relationships. We also talk about human trafficking. We also want to educate our educators, because they're with our kids for a great number of hours a day, and we want them
Yes.
to understand what to look for and how to respond. In addition, as I mentioned, we're working in the community to educate the community, and so we'll work with local colleges and universities, as well as small business owners, and law enforcement. We do educate law enforcement. We also work with lawyers, law offices, as well as properties around the valley on what to look for and how to respond.
Okay. Um,
As well as, Stephen, we have to say, we do a lot of outreach in the community as well. And so
sounds like it.
when there are events that we get invited, like Trunk or Treat is coming up, and so you'll see a table there, Signs of Hope table there with candy, but also information on our program. The National Night Out that happened a few weeks ago, making sure that we're a part of that to spread the word about Signs of Hope, which I honestly feel that because we're really working hard to do outreach and to get our information out there, could be a reason why we're seeing an increase in the number of calls.
Yes, could well be.
Mhm.
Could well be. Good point. Now I saw also you have a Party Smart program.
Yes, yes. So
Would you like to share with our viewers about the Party Smart?
Yes. Oh gosh. So Party Smart was developed to for New Year's Eve. Party Smart, arrive together, stay together, leave together. And so recently we rolled it out over pool season as well. And it's just really just some rules, some guidelines on when
Sure.
you're out with your friends. Here's some things that you need to be aware of. Don't leave your drink unattended and come back to your drink. Make sure that if you're out, that someone knows your location. Turn on your location and share it with them. If you go to a party with your friends, make sure you arrive there, you stay together, and you leave together. Don't leave anyone behind. Always leave together. And so those are some of the tips that we give party goers. But we also, this past pool season, we had some great partners that were very generous and gracious, and we had some Party Smart stickers made, and they put them up in bathrooms around the pool. They had our hotline as well as our slogan on it.
Some of the suggestions you're making with this Party Smart, they're common sense solutions in a way, but they're not ones that one would naturally think of.
No.
But in reading through them on your website, they all make sense, and I think it's for viewers out there, I hope they tune in and look at that Party Smart program specifically, because there's a lot of common sense.
And especially as we head into New Year's Eve, it's important to remember those tips when you go out.
Yes, great tips. Now, if a member of the public sees any form of violence, be it verbal or physical, what should the public do? Should they reach out to the police? Should they reach out to you?
Yes. We don't encourage anyone to get involved. We want to make sure that everyone stays safe. And so we ask that they call the police immediately and report what they're seeing. Yes, exactly.
Okay. Now, you mentioned that you have some staff and some volunteers. What volunteer opportunities are there within the organization, and what are their requirements and qualifications? Do they have to have a degree in psychology or
no
you
have to have passion, dedication,
yes,
and a willingness to go through our 50 hours of training. As I said, we're finishing up the in-person training. It'll end next week, and we do that every quarter. And what I really love about Advocacy University is that we're not standing there teaching the information. We bring in our community partners to talk about what it is that they do and how they support us. And so every volunteer has to go through Advocacy University. And once they go through it and they're certified, they can answer our hotlines. If that's not for them, they can come into our office and help with light office work. If that's not for them, we also need assistance with our outreach. When we do these events out in the community and we have our table out there, we do need advocates that are trained who can go out and speak about Signs of Hope at those tables. But we also ask that they're trained because 9 times out of 10, you will get someone that will disclose that they've been sexually abused. And so we want our advocates to know how to handle that situation. And so we ask that, and again, we can't do this without our volunteers. So we ask that if they find what's most comfortable to them, and there are 2 hotlines that they can volunteer for, each one or the other, and we encourage them to come into the office and meet the staff and really understand what we do.
Okay, and you mentioned about the 50 hours of training. Now, I'm assuming that's not 1 week out of their life. It's,
No.
do you do it like
It is
every Monday for 6 weeks or something like that?
It's Mondays, Wednesday, Thursdays, and it's over 5 weeks.
Okay. And how many hours?
3 hours from 6 to 9
Okay.
each day.
Oh, so it's in the evening, so
Yes,
people are
it's in the-
working.
exactly.
Okay. So perfect.
We accommodate those who are working.
Okay. Now, how does the organization get funded?
We are government grant funded, as well
great.
as city county funded, as well as foundation. We get a lot of money from a lot of different sources, but most of our money comes from government grants.
grants.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you also have an upcoming fundraiser, Annual Hope for the Holidays.
Yes,
event.
very excited about that.
Yes.
So
We've got a little video on that,
yes,
so let's
great.
look at the video. Alrighty. That looks like it's going to be a very, very fun event.
It is.
How many years have you been doing this?
This is our 13th year. It is our 13th year doing this Hope for the Holidays. We call it Night Out with News 3. And News 3 has been a great partner, as has TAO. It will be on December 11th from 5 to 7 at TAO in the Venetian. We're going to have great hors d'oeuvres. We're going to have the Smartini, which is our signature cocktail, right? It's play of words from the party Smartini. And we're going to celebrate our survivors, as well as those individuals and those corporations that have really supported Signs of Hope.
Nice.
Great time to just come out and celebrate.
Now, do people need to sign up ahead of time?
Yes. So
And
if you
go to
our website, sohlv.org, to learn more and to purchase tickets and sponsorships.
Okay. And while you're giving out your website, do you want to give out a phone number?
Yes.
Where people
Yes.
can reach
You
out?
can reach us at 702-366-1640.
And how many people can it hold at TAO?
So the Opium Room, which is where we're having this event, it's 250 people.
Nice.
But I've been told that if we get over 250, we get to go into the big club room. So that's my goal.
Oh, well, let's hope
I want to
happens
go
to
into
you.
the big club room. So please buy your tickets.
There you go. And how much are the tickets? Is it
The
just
tickets
a
are
flat price?
so they're $100 right now. After November 1st, they go up to $150.
Okay.
And
There
it
you
goes
have
to
it,
a good
folks.
cause. Yes.
It is a good cause. If we can get our sex trafficking and sexual assault reduced here in Las Vegas and the Valley, that would be a great accomplishment. So hopefully you'll all reach out. So thank you again for being with us
Thank
today,
you.
Kim. It's been a
Thank you.
pleasure having you on the program.
Thank you.
You're
for
doing
having
amazing
me.
work in our community,
Thank you.
and thank you for doing it.
Thank you, Stephen.
You're welcome. And I'd like to thank our show's producer, John Stars, and station owner of WWDBTV. And I'd also like to thank our sponsors, without whom we wouldn't have a program. They are Pacific Coast Capital, Priority Wealth Partners, the Firelight Barn, and my late business partner, RJ Champion, whose legacy lives on with this program. And also, I'd like to thank friends of the Gift of Giving. These are the anonymous donors. I'd also like to thank you, the viewer, for tuning in with us today. And if you have any questions or comments, please reach out to me, Stephen@thegiftofgiving.com. Sorry, .Vegas. Forgot that for a moment. Sorry about that. Stephen@thegiftofgiving.Vegas. And thank you again for tuning in. I hope you will share this program with anyone who you feel can benefit from it. And hopefully you'll be back again soon. In the meantime, stay safe, be kind to one another, and bye for now.
Mr. R.J. Champion is proud to sponsor WWDB-TV's series, The Gift of Giving, and wishes the program much success. Congratulations and gratitude to the featured guests and the organizations they represent. Our community is well served by your tireless efforts to make Nevada a better state for all its residents.